Whenever you're asking someone to experience or to acknowledge grief, someplace they'd rather avoid. The thing is, you can't avoid it. So to be able to just acknowledge this, that's all we're doing. And I'm careful to stay in my lane. Acknowledge the grief. Where do you feel it in your body? What sound or movement does it want to make? Many people think if they go there, if they start crying, they'll never stop. I remember a woman stepping into the class once, and she said that from Asian descent, she said that in her culture, the show of emotion was not something um, that was, acceptable. And she said that when she was 6, her father died, and she burst into tears. And she said her mother told her to suck it up. Since 6 years old, she'd been telling herself whenever she wanted to cry to suck it up. So I think there are so many reasons why people are in, but she was saying in class, so sorry, she was saying in class, just during that emotional tour stop, she felt like she grieved her father and how refreshing it felt on the other side. Mm-hmm. Grief is, when grief is approached with compassion, it is something that you might look at, you might peek at, you might sniff it. It doesn't matter how long, there's no measure whether you moved an inch or a mile, it's all celebrated. And I think that's really what's important, making certain that there is the group. I always say that this is a judgment-free zone, which means you can't judge yourself. That's where if you don't judge yourself, no one else can. So I want that, I need to make that container as safe as possible. And I think that's why there's so much healing work that happens there. I get beautiful responses and letters and how people just felt like they left something on the dance floor. They didn't, that the healing drum seems to help so much. And it does.
I love that term, judgment-free zone. That's great. I may have to steal that from you, Bernadette.
Please do. Yeah, I want more judgment-free zones around.
That's right. Exactly. So you brought up the drums again, and so I want to circle back to that question I had, because you said that there's research or information about the relationship of the rhythm of drums to our brain. Can you kind of expound on that a little bit for us?
Yeah, our brains have a way of, we want to concentrate. We put our minds on things, and so there's a relaxing that happens with that nonverbal part of our brains that gets to get spoken to, and in that space, that's where really authentic movement can happen. I always go back, and we didn't do it now, but we do a large part of the class where we are just playing the heartbeat. And having people do that all over their body and their space, literally, that they are standing in. It soothes and it relaxes the nervous system.
Are you saying that they are touching themselves?
Literally, they'll. Baba will play the sound heartbeat, and they'll just receive that sound for a while, and then I invite them to put their hands on the body. And this is really it's so comforting and relaxing, and all they're doing is patting out heartbeat, but moving that around the body. And once they've moved it around the body, to start to move it around the air around you. And it's really just cocooning and creating your own safe space. I'm safe in my body. I can create safety around me. And this is how important it is, because we all need to feel safe so that we can move about and grow freely and be expressive. That drum is really an integral part of the work.